Hey Aries, this is your reading for the month of August. I am going to be doing things differently this time. I know I say that every time, but I just started a Patreon channel, or page, I guess. So right now we're going to be doing on this reading, energy read, the usual. I'll go over the vision I got for you during my meditation time as well. But energy read, and then a look at your situation, past, present, future, and then current blocks that you're dealing with, or a block or whatever. And then I'll have a link in the description below for the extended reading where we'll go over a general action plan, and then love, past, present, future, and then love action plan from there. Oh, and then also look at your past person and new person if there is a new person. So yeah, what I'll do, like I said, I usually say, I'll put the decks in the description below, and I'll see if I can timestamp these videos right now because I'm kind of doing it way different, but we'll see. And I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, so as far as the vision I got for you guys, basically, like, it's like a ball in the hand, and then it's kind of the idea of dribbling it. Like, I felt like there was going to be some dribbling or something, but I don't think there really was. And then it just kind of turns into a balloon and floats up and away. So that was the vision I got for you guys. So yeah, so let's check out your energy. So what kind of energy you're dealing with right now, and what are you working with? I'm gonna pull from this deck, this Oracle deck first. Spirit Guide Universe, what message do you have for Aries in regards to the vision so far, and what they need to know for the month of August? What energy are they dealing with? What does their energy look like? Let me read this, or watch. Oh yeah, month of August. Oh my gosh. I feel like doing just 2 cards. So purity and action. I mean, normally I read more intuitively, but right offhand, I mean, having the purity card and then action, it feels like you guys are trying to make sure that the action you take is the most correct action, will get the best results. I feel like, especially like with that energy, whatever, this stuff there, it's like, it seems like you're trying to make sure the action you take, it's like working smarter, not harder, is what you're trying to do. And you're trying to make sure that it's the most efficient, most potent. Also, there's an element, I'm sorry, I'm adjusting to this because the camera's way further up. So in order for me to actually let you guys see, I think I have to like put it higher than I'm used to. So I'm still like trying to see it. But there's an element, like there's a surrender here, but then like the idea of eyes covered here. And normally part of surrendering is like letting go and allowing yourself to trust enough to, cover your eyes and just, like follow your intuition, trusting the universe. But I feel like for some of you guys, it's a balancing act of, okay, actively trying to surrender and then like trusting my intuition, actively trying to surrender and then trusting my intuition. And I know she's got like this is like not weeds, but like whatever plants, but I kind of see like throwing salt over the shoulder. So it's like and then actively trying to surrender, trust my intuition, throw salt over the shoulder. And it's like just this like juggling, balancing act of which one of these is going to work to where it's working smarter and not harder, and this is going to be the right action. Which one of these is going to stick? So I feel like you guys are really trying to figure out like what you can do right now, what you're working with, and how you can make your mark. I mean, this is all white and it's like supposed to be purity and everything, but I really feel like it's also a matter of like, well, I need to make a mark. I need to put my color on this page. I need to draw on this page. I need to write on this. Like, how do I do it to where I can stand by or stand for what comes out, but also to where I'm not just like working myself like a dog. Like it really feels like there is a lot of that in that. So yeah, so then let's look at your past, present, future. So yeah. Oh, so in regards to the vision so far, I mean, yeah, it's like you have a ball in your hand. It looks like, you know, you might be able to dribble it. You might be able to throw it. You know, the throwing wasn't as obvious to me as dribbling, though. I will say that. But a dribbling is, again, it's like you let go and you trust it's going to come back up based off of, well, I mean, gravity to go down, but then like, not ricochet, but yeah, whatever, bouncing back up. So it's like you're trusting in all the laws of the universe and, you know, laws of physics. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to not get used to, but get ready to do that with this ball, you know? And as soon as you kind of get ready to do that, or you have that idea, it's like, it turns into a balloon and it just floats away. And you're just like, oh, okay. Like, so it feels like you're kind of, again, juggling, like, what is this element you're working with? What are you working with? What can you do? What's your role in this? Like, how do you make your mark? Yeah. Spirit Guide Universe. What is Aries dealing with for the month of August? What's their past, present, and future? What's the past, present, and future we're looking at for them? Apparently losing cards. Some of you guys feel like you might be losing time. It's like when that changes, that shifts, it like suddenly makes you realize you're like, oh no, like what if all this stuff goes? What if everything I've thought is solid with me goes away? Past, present, future. Or like losing the page you're on. Like the page in your life that you're on. And kind of like, if some of you guys might have let something go or something did go away, and now you're like, oh, okay. Or you're just, you know, seeing other things happen, and, you know, you're kind of just like realizing that, you know, things aren't always constant, and, you know, you're trying to figure out what to do with what you've got, especially in regards to the vision, the cards so far. What does Aries need to know as far as past, present, future? In near future, I don't like going too far into the future. Past, present, future. Okay. And I don't read reversals, so we're just gonna. That's a 5 of Pentacles. Hopefully you guys can see everything well. Queen of Wands and 7 of Swords. 9 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and Temperance, King of Swords, and the Tower. So from the beginning, as far as the past goes, you know, I feel like you kind of, I don't know, when I look at this, I see like, I mean, I know 5 of Pentacles is more like a beggar card. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so she's right there, but when I'm looking at this, I literally saw this as this giant rock, and it's the kid alone. So some of you guys felt like you were kind of alone, even if you were in a partnership, whether it was actually a romantic connection or just in general a partnership, or like even like a parental thing. Like you felt like you were alone and you weren't supported in the way you were wanting to be. However, the other element I was seeing in this before I realized that there's a person right there. I mean, I've seen this card many times, but just right now, for some reason, that's the way I was shown it, was that, sorry, I was flipping off the camera and it distracted me. I have a habit of doing that. Was that, it's like feels stronger usually to use my middle finger. But the idea of like, you know, trying to get an animal to go away. So it's like, you know, whenever like in the movies, you know, the kid's trying to get the dog to go and like yelling at the dog, just leave, go, go, go. And like, or they're trying to like go and leave the dog alone and like the dog wants to chase after. And I got this like element, this like vision that like the kid was like trying to throw something or was going to throw something so the cat could go get it. I mean, I know that's not how cats work usually, but whatever. Maybe it's a mouse. Maybe it's, I don't know, whatever. Maybe it's food that the cat could go get it. And maybe some cats do. I know mine, some of mine do. But anyways, the cat could go get it and then they could like be distracted. And so that they didn't have to feel like, it's almost like they didn't have to feel like they were responsible for the cat. So I feel like some of you guys were just in a situation where you were in a partnership. Like I said, it could be romantic, could be, you know, just familial, whatever. And you felt alone, but you also felt like you wanted to distract, say, dependence, or even just like, I feel like some of it, because it's like, you know, monkey see, monkey do. So usually the animal is following along the person, especially in this deck, these cards. But if the kid tries to distract the animal to go away, to do, you know, it's almost like you're trying to trick the animal to being the leader. So some of you guys might like, as much as you didn't feel like you were in a partnership, you also didn't want to accept that position of being a leader. You wanted to trick or to have the energies lead you. And like I said, that might not be for everybody. This is a general reading, you know, take what resonates, leave the rest. I usually say that. I forgot to say that this time. But I do feel like for some of you guys, it was like an element of feeling so burdened in this moment that you kind of didn't want to have to lead dependence, or, you know, if you have kids, or, you know, if you have even like people that you're an example to, you didn't want to lead them anymore. Five of Pentacles is normally like a beggar card. It can be. So I just feel like there's just like this sense of not necessarily, I want to say poverty, but it's not necessarily like, it doesn't have to have been financial poverty, but just that poverty mindset that like you don't have anything, like you don't have what it takes. Or, you know, a vulnerable position in that, even though technically he's like kind of shielded by this, or you know, they're shielded by this, you still felt like alone. And maybe even sometimes the shieldedness made you feel that much more alone, because it was like your own little cave that you didn't realize like who it was that was shielding you. So, I mean, some of you guys may have been in a kind of an unequal partnership situation. But ultimately it led to this energy of, I mean, Queen of Wands, I mean, this is Aries too. So this could be, you know, you coming into your power of being like, you know what, I'm gonna lead, I'm gonna do this. Even though you might have done that, it's like, I kind of feel like some of you guys might have left this energy, the dependence or anything. It's like her skirt is so big, how can she even see that cat, you know, that type of element. So it's like you might have been like on your throne, or like, you know, you were so not dependent, but so much in that poverty mentality that like when things were good, you just ate it up so much that you didn't see anything around you. Some of you guys, you know, it's like, here's this dragon right there, also again with the wings right there, so almost like doing the same thing. And, you know, it could be the same energies that you guys both grew, and then now, you know, but it's again, it's a like confusing energy, like that dragon could like totally blow her head off or whatever. And then she's not seeing the cat trying to give the rose, like she has those roses and the hummingbird roses, I think, yeah, and the hummingbird. But again, it's not, it's like so much in your own world you might have been after being so like at a loss of not being provided for or feeling so alone, that you might have gotten to this place and just ate it up to the point to where you kind of didn't notice the little guy, or didn't notice, you know, and just had that energy. And kind of went to like a thief mentality. I usually don't like reading this as a thief card, but it's like, you know, take what you can get while you can, you know? And like I said, some of you guys, it might not necessarily be like a thief situation. A lot of the ways I like reading it usually is also element of basically like jump in and do what you can, or like take what you can't, not take, but like go forward in your idea, or go forward in, you know, this communication, because it's swords, wands, pentacle. Yeah, go forward in stuff regardless if you got the support or not. And obviously, like I said, you felt like the support was kind of gone here. You're so in your own element that like you might not see the little guy. So like in a way, some of you guys, it might have been take what you can, you know, it might have been a manipulative mentality. It's a swords card, so it's mental and like verbal in that way. Some of you guys, it might have been even with harsh words in that way. But also, you know, others of you, it could also have been, like I said, a situation where you didn't feel supported and you were just gonna do or go forward with what you felt you needed to do or needed to happen, whether you were going to get the support or not. At the present, you're kind of actually in a lone wolf situation here. So it's like you have the cat, so you guys might still like have a dependent. I mean, it's actually a different cat. This whole cat is the same. Now this cat, let me see, there's no cat here. No cat there. So, you know, you have this like lone wolf situation, but it's like you've built all this stuff up, you know, it's almost like you came to this place and then you kind of got rid of that mentality. Like you guys might have, like I said, you went through some loss, you went through some different things, and you got to this place where it's like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna do me, whether that's, you know, whether that's supported or not, I'm gonna do me. You might have a Cancer you're dealing with in your life. I mean, this could be any fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, you know, you guys obviously, yeah, but then like now it's like, you know, you're just trying to do you, and you're trying to actually go to a place of giving. Like you're trying to go from that place of, okay, I'm going to do me and I'm going to have peace in that, like create my little peaceful place in that. Like my own little home almost. I feel like this is almost like a home. Like some of you guys might be trying to like build up your home base. And also like be able to be leading, but not leading from this place, but rather like leading from like this loving and like, okay, I want to be a leader. I want to be, it's like creating the foundation for that kind of leadership where you're like, as you give to others, it inspires others to like want to lead like you and want to be that loving. There's a lot of joy in that. But it does feel like, it's like as you give and give and give, then you question. You're like, some of you guys that are still, you guys might have a situation where you're still connected to past people. It could even be familial situations, whatever it is. And it's like, it doesn't seem like it's being recognized there though. So it's like you might have this energy, but then when you come here, it feels like some of you guys go back to this like mentality of like, well, I can't really do this, or do I have what I want to give? And normally the Four of Cups, I associate it with this one, and this one being like, okay, well, what do I have? Like, what am I working with? Like, it's almost like apathetic, like not seeing what's right in front of you. But I feel like for this one right now, I want to associate with this one. For a lot of you guys, it's this energy of, okay, well, I've given all these other places. Why isn't it working when I try giving here? Why isn't it working when I try to give closer to home or to, you know, this other, you know, person in my life? It really, and then the cat, there's a cat. I was looking for the cat. It's the same cat that's right here. So it's like, again, the cat's like doing its own thing, and like, but it doesn't feel like, you don't feel like you've been being appreciated, you know, a lot of times. And there could be some of you that your energy is more this one, and it's like, okay, well, what now? I've given. So like, okay, what do I do with this? Like if these are full or these empty, like what am I working with? Again, what am I working with? The, you know, the balloon, the ball, you know, and then what you have in the future, temperance. And temperance is, you know, it's an element of, you know, mixing things that don't necessarily belong, to create a new outcome. So things, situations, it's a balancing act. Let's see, and this is again fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, water. So I mean, you guys could be dealing with water signs, water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I mean, anybody really, but there is 2 wands here. Yeah, 2 cups here. So you could be dealing with somebody, either you or the person you're dealing with has a lot of fire or water in their charts. But yeah, temperance, and you could be dealing with the Sagittarius as well. But yeah, it's, you know, an element of balancing. So come to the future, it's this idea of, okay, well, we went from this place where we felt alone, then we became okay with being alone, right? And then now we're actually starting to manifest growth and abundance. Yeah, abundance in our lives, even if, you know, from this place of everything we've built. I really feel like this is a power card right now for you guys, especially like the cat's there, but it's like, you're like, it's like a comfort here. Even the cupcakes like match the leggings. So it feels like, again, you're like manifesting. Like, it's like, this is what she's got. And then she like wanted those cupcakes. She made them happen, you know? It's like, it's part of her. So you're starting to manifest the things part of you that you want in your life. And ultimately, to go to that place of having this authority in your boundaries and words and thought patterns. And a lot of times, I mean, this is manifesting, but the way he's sitting here, he's standing here in this card is very reminiscent to, I mean, he doesn't have all this stuff here, but it just makes me think of the Magician card. So again, it's like you have everything and you're just like, okay, now I'm going to put this forth. I'm going to actually start changing my thought patterns. So it looks like for you guys, Aries, you guys are taking this dark place, not dark and selfish, I should say. I don't know, self-serving. I mean, self-serving isn't bad, but you know what I mean? This place where you kind of forgot about the little guy sometimes and went to this place of like, okay, like I'm gonna actually go to this place of trying to love on people and trying to, you know, work with the people around me rather than ignore or fight that energy or try to, you know, distract it, you know? And then now it's like, okay, well, I'm going to bring it forward and I'm going to start manifesting what I want. And then I'm going to start changing my beliefs and putting down my boundaries of what is and what shouldn't be, both in my thoughts and my words, and just really like, I feel like this is a really like empowering. I mean, I know he looks kind of dark and like negative, but I feel like this is like an all empowering card for this right now. And especially this, it's like, okay, to end a tower moment. It's like a tower moment is, you know, when it goes down, you know, you're able to let in a new cycle. She's proud of this. So it's like, it feels like there's a power there of like, I'm going to finally allow this cycle to end. So it feels like you're like going to come here and allow this to happen, not because it surprised you by happening, but you're actually ready for it to end. You know, you're ready for this tower moment because you've actually realized that like what's coming next is like, you have so much more power and so much more trust in yourself and in the universe, in the whole picture, as far as, you know, what's coming for you. Sorry, I'm trying to turn my phone off sound. So that's super awesome. I'm really excited for you guys. Let's go ahead and pull, let's see. So, oh yeah. And then as far as like the card on the bottom for you guys, Aries, it is the 8 of Cups. So yeah, I mean, you're dealing with that right now. You're moving on. Like 8 of Cups is, you know, leaving a situation that's no longer serving you, you know, knowing when it's time to move on, but it's like with peace. It's not you're forced to move on. It's literally, or you're not, okay, what I'm trying to say is you're not the victim in moving on. You've decided that you hold the power, you hold your stuff, and you're saying, okay, I can still have peace. I can still bring my strength with me when I leave. So it's like this place of strength, you're ending this cycle, or you're allowing it to end. And it's like, it's not surprising you anymore. It's not like, you're not in this place anymore. So that's super cool. I'm really excited for you guys, Aries. So then, so Sagittarius, air sign. So like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and then tower signs. So yeah, I mean, you guys can have, all the signs are here. But I mean, obviously you got your wands and you got everybody here. So the only thing, I mean, you have Pentacles here, but Pentacles doesn't continue. So you might be leaving someone or leaving a situation with someone that is a earth sign. So like a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Oh, and then as far as with the vision, it's still, yeah, I mean, you're trying to work with how to work with this thing that looks like a ball, but it keeps shifting and it keeps changing. But ultimately you keep your power. It's like in the vision, when it floated away, it wasn't like, oh, okay, it's gone now. Like, it wasn't like this like sadness. It was like, okay, I guess it's gone. I guess it never was supposed to be mine in the first place. It was that kind of energy. I mean, not saying that that's what you're saying about the thing that's ending, but it's like, it was with a peace and understanding that everything has its times. So, yeah. And then, so yeah, for the current blocks, let's go into that. Spirit, God, Universe, what message do you have for Aries for the month of August, especially in regards to the vision so far? What are their blocks or block? What's their block? What do you need to show them as their block for yeah, what's blocking them at this moment for August? What's blocking them in August? What is blocking in August? And more like what's a block in them? Yeah. What is a block for them? So 2 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and 8 of Cups. So, I mean, it looks like you got, I mean, I know normally this isn't, you know, the choices per se. It's not like the 2 of Swords. But it does feel like you've got like choices and you're surveying the options, and it just feels like a very Swords card. So for you guys right now. So it's like, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're looking at the path options and sometimes like feeling like you're getting stuck in your head. It's almost like, you know, Swords is like air and stuff, and these steps are all in the air, or at least, you know, don't look like there's anything solid under him. So it feels like when you see these 2 options, or these 2, not visions, but surveying, you know, what's in front of you as ideas and things to do, not even ideas, but possibilities, like you kind of have been going in your head a little bit, I feel like, because ultimately you want this to work. You want to be able to create okay, there's 2 things here. You want to create a 10 of Pentacles moment. You want to, not moment, but you want to create a legacy for yourself. You want something to build and grow and have it, you know, keep growing. You want something to be able to pass on. Like that works like that. However, I do feel like with these 2 faces here, there's an idea that like some of you guys have been working on that and it didn't work the way you wanted it to. So it's like, that's kind of the blockage, is you look at the possibilities and you're like, yeah, but it didn't work last time. And like, there's just like this like black and white thinking of like, it's either going to be this way or it's going to be this way. And so it's almost like allowing fear to creep in, because you're kind of, like I said, getting stuck in your head is only 2 options, and not really seeing that, hey, guess what? These like steps actually go in the middle. There must be a door there that you can't see. I mean, I'm not saying that there's an option necessarily you can't see, but what I'm saying is sometimes the black and white thinking, and that it's either going to be this way, my way or the highway, or this way or that way, and only what I can see, is actually causing you to have a blind side or be blocked as far as what actually is available for you. And even the idea of you walking away is looking like a phantom idea. It's a phantom energy. It's like there's like all these people here, all these energies here, and you're looking at, okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. They carry the cup, they go forward, they're all golden. I mean, I know that's not necessarily, but this is what it's supposed to look like, so I can move on. And it's like, so you look at this idea of moving on, and it doesn't feel real to you. So some of you guys, part of your block is you're in the middle of moving on, and it's just not real to you. And part of it is you need to make it real, because the reason it's not real is you're telling yourself it has to either look like this or it has to look like this. Otherwise, I'm not doing it, or otherwise it's not real, or otherwise it's not right. And part of it is because, you know, it just feels like a phantom energy. Like, it's like you're going forward, but you're seeing yourself as smoke and mirrors. It's almost like you feel like you're a, it's like imposter syndrome. Which I get that a lot for you guys sometimes, Aries. So, yeah. And I mean, you could be dealing, I mean, Aries, your own card right there. Yeah. And then Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And then, yeah, the same water signs. It's just the same exact, the fire, the earth, and the water. So, I mean, but this is you. Or not Scorpio, I mean Virgo. Sorry, I was thinking of the other stuff, and I was thinking of the Scorpio could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So it's interesting too. Also, this pillar here like goes into the moon, so I feel like there's like an element of feeling like I almost feel like you feel like out of this path that you're going, like leaving this path, you kind of question, I mean, like I said, imposter syndrome already, I said. But you kind of question the integrity. Like, will it turn you into something else? Will it turn you into something you don't recognize? Will it turn you, can you stay true to yourself and still leave while being in this position where it's like you're leaving, but you don't feel like it's, some of you guys, it feels like you don't feel like you're leaving on your terms. Like, I know past, present, future, it was your terms, but by the end, by the future, it was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. But at this point, it's like some of you guys question when you go back and forth here and you go here and you're like in this black and white thinking, you're so set on it needs to look like this way or that way that it's like you can't make peace with the terms it's in right now. And that's what's making it feel like it's not real. And that's what's actually tying you to making it less real and making it harder for you to actually build this in your terms. Or not your terms, but in new terms, you know, in this new way. So I hope that resonates for you guys. Also, this is also an element of, it could be, it's just you're holding not a grudge on yourself, but for things not working in the past and something you were dealing with. So, but yeah, I hope that resonates for you guys. Like I said, I'll have my Patreon link in the description below, and that's where you can get a general action plan, a love, past, present, future, old person, new person, like a look into that, and then a love action plan. So that will be part of the reading. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put that link. I'll put the cards below, the links to the cards below. Also, I'll put a link, I usually say it in the beginning, but I forgot. I'll put a link to a website where you can check out the rest of your chart. You can, put in your information, whatever, and then it gives you the rest of your charts. Just a little free website I use sometimes. And then that way you can look at other readings and other stuff just to get like an idea, because this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, or Venus, but just in general, like Sun, Moon, and Rising is like the most prominent placements. So a lot of times if you have other signs for the other, which usually you do, for the other placements, a lot of times you want to look into those readings as well to get a better picture or a full picture as to your reading for the month. So yeah. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And let me know in the comments below how this worked, as far as the new style, how, you know, all that stuff. Because I'm still, yeah, I mean, this is, yeah, we'll see. This is what I'm doing for now. So yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.